Welcome, you guys. So this video ended up a little bit long. I apologize. I shouldn't bore you too much here. This is it's a constant, just educational process of showing these worlds. This has all been developed recently at this spot that I've been looking at. This timestamp was amazing as I'm looking at this human construct. They're all there in Magic. You'll be able to see it in the video. The captures are really good. Hope you guys stick with it. I also, when I was done with this whole day, so I have like another 30 minutes of video I really wanted to show you, but it's just going to make the video too long. But when I go out and I finally get to the road, I get the most unique, unbelievable whistles. Like, I'm hoping, I haven't listened to them on camera. I think it's all on the camera. So, next video. You'll actually be able to see this really well in the video. Notice this particular seat. How it's like a trident-like thing that's been put there. I think he's hiding in the end of it, and then it goes into a dirt pile. It's buried in dirt, and then you can see his seat at the end where he just was.
I'm going in somewhere, ways away from here, but I had to stop. So I've been stopping here all summer. It's just it's such a place for me to stop. But you guys, they have changed it. So this was like off the charts, right? It's hard for me to reference. You'll have to go back to the videos if you really care. But this is the most unique. This had the most unique, perfect work I had ever found, really. Like intricate designs. Like it was like this, but on huge scale. And like perfect. Like really like a system like this. But what happened was, I believe the snow really damaged it. And it didn't seem to be, like they didn't fix it right away. I guess it was still okay the way it was. It just didn't look as cool for me. Like I wanted the artwork back. And never show you them without that. This teepee was amazing. It had the two perfect ones that went out. And it had all of the sides were built. Look. It was so, and it really took a toll. Like, we got so much snow up here. What is that? You guys, I just saw something. Oh, it's like a mongoose. Wow. I never get to see those, whatever they are. Remember that bike, Mongoose Goose, the BMX bike? Oh, wow. When did they do that? Look at their new place, you guys. That's never been there before. It's been there, but not like that. Oh, wow. Look. Look how there's an X there. And at the base, hidden on this side, where no one else would see, there's writing. A letter, 31 or something. Does it have anything to do with that X? I don't know. It's kind of a coincidence. And then, look. You can see it from here. You guys know just from what I show you. I'm not going to go down there. Because I'm going up the hill, up the mountain today. All right, so I go up the mountain behind here. You guys, this is them. I know these guys. I have been here with them so many times. I'm surprised they're, listen, in my opinion, they're letting themselves on this camera. These guys are extra careful, so they're really, really, their stuff is amazing, as I will show you. It's incredible what they've done. But man, to be on the camera is pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I just hope, like, I hope this means great. It doesn't mean like the world's changing, because let me tell you something. These forests are, you guys, I'm not kidding. It's really getting crazy. But I mean, I'm going to go into a familiar place that I was a few years ago, but I just had to show you this. Because look, since then, it's been getting cleaned up. So they didn't perfectly rebuild it, but they picked it all up. Like this was incorporated in that, and now that's just sitting there. That was in the teepee as well up top. Remember, it was a standalone teepee up top, and we got timestamps on it. Look. Everything's been straightened and cleaned. Oh, here. Oh, never mind. That's the one I thought it was. That one's still incorporated. They took these, clearly. I mean, each one had one of those. So I found that fascinating. What was that? Was that an electric car that just went by? I'm not far from it. This is what's cool about this place. Look, because down through those woods is like a pretty public. I mean, you have to come way up here, but it's like a parking lot, and it doesn't make any difference. You know what it makes a difference for? Certainly not their presence, but I feel like, okay, so here's the difference. If you're going to do stuff, like I tell you, to go to your town, go behind your supermarket, go find these little tiny patches of woods that are left. They're there, okay? I promise you, they'll be there. But it's going to be very difficult, especially in that one patch, for him to go, yo, or they're just not going to give themselves away there. They can't. I mean, they might, but in my experience, you're going to have trouble with that. But I don't know. I mean, you're you, I'm me. You might be good, you know. That's why I'm trying to encourage people to go out, because you might be better. You know, whatever. It's not even better. It's just maybe there's something about you, or, you know, like you're like, no, everyone doesn't like me. I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't matter. They might. See, look at this. Look at that. I swear he goes right into there. But I don't know. You know, all I know is it means this spot is special. It took a real beating with the snow and this boulder. They love these big boulders. I can't tell you anything. Oh, this guy in the corner. Let's see if we can still find a seat. He always had a seat in the corner. Look at all the sticks. Oh, there's a seat. It's still there. It's always there and active. Look. Little guy. He sits right there. It's not an animal. That's where he sits. He could never be seen by anybody ever. He just sits right in there, hangs out, comes out at night or whatever. Look what they do. Yet 100 people will watch this video. The most magical things on earth, people are too dumb. So what are you saying? I'm lying? You're saying that I'm crazy and I'm lying. That's your excuse? Okay. You haven't watched enough videos then. Okay? Sticks like that don't just end up together. It's impossible. You couldn't go up there and find one stick that even looks like that. Much less have all of the sticks in the forest come together and make a pile like that. And like that. And like this. And do things like that. In small scale that no one else in the world will ever notice except for me. Even most of you wouldn't even look at those sticks. But I know he did it. Tried it. And then he told you he did it. It's very simple. More shot at that. Look at this little village, you guys. This is a village of the unseen world. You're just not processing. Look at that. Go in your woods and film that. Oh, that's right. You can't. That's right. Only the person that's crazy can film it. Isn't that amazing? Go figure. You got to be crazy for your woods to build things on its own. Holy wow. You guys, this is on a scale. Now, I have been right here, okay? I came here on purpose because I want to walk out of here in a way that I at least take a look at a place I'd never have that's attached to this, way up the mountain. It's so hard to get there because they stop you. See, there was that platform that never got finished. So random. I could never figure out whether a person did it or they did it. Now, holy cow, you guys. I know some of you are going to remember this, right? There was hardly anything here. Just like, yeah, you could see like one straight one, or I think that X, there's an incredible structure. That's even more incredible now. Look at that. Look at that one, you guys. They're here. The second I zoomed in, I knew. See where the sun is? That's where we're gonna go. I'm in complete shade. I love it. It's nice and cool. If you haven't, you can't. Of course you haven't noticed. What was that? It's nice and cool. If you haven't, you can't. Of course you haven't noticed. What was that? Did you hear that? That came from behind me. And you know what's crazy? Well, a coincidence. Wait, do you guys see this? Do you want to know why I'm here right now? Besides that I do this? Because I wasn't gunning it, baby. I was going to just work at the office. I was going to wait till tomorrow. Because that way I can get a better day. Because I didn't leave till 1. It's like 1:30 right now, 12, or maybe no, 2. It took me like 30 minutes to get here, so it's like almost 2. It probably is 2. So I'm just going to be here, and then I'm going to go, right? I'm sitting at home. I'm like crying. I turn this video on, and it's people helping animals, rescuing animals. I just start crying, I can't help it. Tearing up, not, crying, but as much as, pretty much just pain for the world. And that's what I said. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I saw all these amazing people, and I was like, it's very hard to come across an animal in need out here because it's so vast. But I said, I'm going to go out, not to do Bigfoot, I'm going to go out and see if I can find an animal or if I can help in some way or another out there today. Not to do this, but it didn't happen. I looked. Look at this, you guys. This was never here. I don't know when I filmed that thing, and we're gonna go over there. I just want to walk through their main spots. Right here. See, nothing could be seen. Look at this. We gotta go up. Even though I think this is where they are, you gotta go up. Remember, I'm always after some personalized stuff, and there seems to be, I'm pretty sure, so they tend to go a little bit over the, look at the seat. They break the rules a little bit more when you're further away. The further you go into that environment, the better off you are, as far as if you want some backup. Like for yourself, like I gotta see them, I've gotta hear something, I want them to do something. Well, who knows what they'll do for you, but up here, you gotta go. Like you gotta go in. There's no doubt about it. It's something I've done for 7 years, you guys, 8 years now. And you've probably heard me say it.
I have a lot of videos that would contradict what I'm saying, but it's also really true. The times from the road, like I've had amazing things happen, but you have to keep in mind that if you're thinking about those videos, it's because of all of this. I mean, those are rare places and rare situations where they wanted my attention. I recommend wherever you go, if it's Hoboken, if it's in the bushes, just go as far in as you can. It seems to be the best.
It's not cold completely. That's not that old, you guys. That's like an hour old. At the most. He doesn't look too big. Oh, we need to go. Oh, wow. Look at that seat. So something's happening here. I need you guys to answer me this. Why now? Why didn't this look like this 5 years ago? Something's happening in this world, you guys. Meaning their world. I can't help to wonder if it's going to affect ours one day. That's why you want to be friends with these guys. Okay? Trust me on this. Wow. Look at the decorated boulders, you guys. These guys are so special. I'll get them today. I should. All right, so forget about the human thing back there. I'm onto something right here that's never existed before. Look at that. My first whistle. Look at this, you guys. That's a seat with a giant footprint in it. There's a footprint right there. Right there. It's huge. You can see it from here. I know he did it on purpose. It's right there. Look at the size of that foot. Oh, it's too shady. Sorry. Let's see if we can get it. Look at that footprint, you guys. Yeah, I made a little bit on top, but not much. Look at that. It's a shadow. I can't help it. They're right here.
I always forget when I'm there, but when they do nothing and I'm a little frustrated, like, I really could use some, that means it's the actually really good sometimes. It means they're probably right there watching you, which they are. The interesting thing is when I'm done with the entire thing up here, everything I get, then all of a sudden I get the most bizarre whistle I've ever heard. You'll hear it, I think. I haven't got to it. And then the whistles just keep coming. But it happens when I'm in the middle of the road after I'm done. A little coincidental.
Watch this. I had found there's nothing, this has all been done. If you don't believe me, you should see the other boulders I can see that it's hard to zoom on right now. They all have the same exact thing. In fact, every boulder in this forest, in this region, I can go a mile down and a mile left, and I'll still find the same thing. Some are so unbelievable. I filmed one this beginning of the summer, a few miles from here, that was just too good. It was too good. I want to go up there. I gotta go straight up. Give me a sec. Because I want to see this boulder. You can tell they've been doing this a long time. Look how long ago that was put there. Next boulder has an X on it. Remember, this is special wood too. These aren't just, these trees have been growing for 100 years here, okay? There is nothing that looks like that's on the ground. It's an amazing thing how they go and get these special trees. Look at this. Marked. This boulder is something. Am I really standing on a boulder? I think so. Look, if it's like that kind of out of reality, I'm not even that interested in it. Mark, you just think you're standing on the boulder. Well, great, because that's what I want to think. I'm really.
That's quite an interesting hole that I don't think I noticed at all. I mean, I think that looks made through the bushes. It's not even, it's through some kind of webbing. Oh no, it's a stump. I can't really tell, but either way, I'm suspicious. You know why? Because at the end, when I sneak up here while there's still snow, this is all closed, and I have to walk all through the forest, and I see their tunnels. You can see the openings by the road. They look like little miniature Fred Flintstone, like whatever, just like real cave tunnels from a cartoon. And they're all over the forest. I think these structures make like igloos, like they dig them, if any snow falls out, that, these are like subframes.
Seriously, I'm really serious. I'm willing to believe it does go that far.
Now look at the system, look at the disturbance, and look at the tree that's a trident, stripped of bark that's half buried. It looks like something. I mean, this is just amazing.
Easy, far-fetched, unbelievable stuff out there. But I don't want to know. I know too much. Knowledge is nothing. When you know what no one else in the world knows, it's nothing but a burden. You carry it with you like a suitcase. It's a horrible thing. Now, without that knowledge, you think you want it. You'd give anything to have it. I would have, and I did, and I got what I wanted. But then you realize that no one's going to understand. No one's going to believe. We've all known nothing.
The only time I really put us down like this is when I'm standing there. It's like they tell me. It's like they're saying, like, you don't really know anything. Like they think, like I think I'm standing there thinking I'm finding something, but it's just nothing compared to the real scheme of things, I believe.
You guys think about your life. Think about where you've been and what you've done. Nothing, okay? Nothing. I've been everywhere. I've been to Hawaii, Spain, the Bahamas, all over the world, 100 different times each. And I still have done nothing. It's not doing anything. You just think it is. You've learned nothing about who you are in the earth, is my point. Absolutely nothing. Can't you see this?
Keep in mind, I just leave this in because this is what comes out there. And I'm talking to myself, too.
Making way up the cells. You can see this place has been here a long, long time, right? But just now, they're making it where it's extremely noticeable. There's another boulder marked. Why? What could it mean now? They never needed, they always had their little things like a leaner and an X or, make up whatever it was. But now they're doing the whole forest. And so just walking through here where no one's going to see, they're going crazy everywhere. And I want to know why. Not just here, all around the world. Why now? Because there's more getting here. The ones that have always been here have been free. The other ones weren't. That's what I think. And there are more and more getting here. They won their freedom. They were enslaved, believe it or not. I've told you that these guys are hiding from someone else, not you, okay? You're nothing. What are they scared of you for? He's not scared of you in the least. It's what they do. It's who they are. They have to be secret. Look at that. Look at that. That's incredible. Why would they do that right there? They do it all over the place here. It's a lumber yard. These are being conditioned to bring to other structures. Look at that. Oh my God, they go all the way back. I couldn't even pick them up. You can't move these, look. You can, but I don't want to break them. They're under that log. How cool is that? Sorry about the sun, you guys. This spot, my camera's clean. You have to understand, I drive on a dirt road and there's microscopic dirt particles everywhere. The second that lens opens, it's on there. And then you hit our powerful sun. Remember, I've had trouble with this conversation. I'm closer to the sun than probably almost every one of you. I don't know anyone that watches my channel that lives at a higher elevation than me. It's very possible, but. The reason I'm saying this is because a guy told me on chat once, or like in the YouTube chat, like a one-time watcher that said that it was ridiculous that he think that I was closer to the sun. The sun's hundreds, whatever, 365 million, whatever it is, miles away, right? And I said, it's amazing that people, it's like the people that walk around in the streets and ask like the most common questions and people don't know, like how many stars are on the flag. He doesn't understand that we measure in our atmosphere, not from you to the sun. Highly unlikely. The people that live where I do are the people that know the least about this. Isn't that crazy? The people that live the closest to it know the least. These guys. See, you get past it all? Way up in here, right? I'm skipping. Don't worry about how far. It's just far. And I get here, and here's the seat. Look. So he has this whole open place that's all blinded from both sides. Something's coming in and out of here all the time. There's his decoration. There's a seat. Okay, it's not possible. This wouldn't exist if there wasn't such a thing as decoration and seat, and this trail goes out of the seat. Go figure. You know it's deep if you're hearing my breath. Only for a second, though, I am in the best shape. Anyone that's ever gone out, look at this trail. No one's ever been out with me. Like any of the people that have been out with me, even Kelly has not seen me this skinny. Like I'm in the best shape for going up hills I've ever been. Normally right now I would have to turn the camera off for a couple minutes and catch my breath. So I think most people, when you walk straight up a mountain at high elevation, I'm getting so used to it. And like I said, being thin is the key. You're not carrying all those calories up the hill. Look at this. His seat's right in there. In fact, that's not the only, this is it here. Look. I think I've been here before. There we go. Pine cones to begin. There's the holes. So when I show you those holes, that's what it looks like when he fills it. Right there. See? That's what the others do. Sorry, my vape. Gotta quit the vape. Just about ready to quit the vape. I'm gonna sit right here. See, he comes out there a little, and then he becomes big for some reason. I was trying to go much further, and I'm seeing why I don't. Because once you get up to there, it just goes straight up the hill. That's not why, but it makes it almost impossible. But those are the places. So in other words, if you're seeing this here, above it on the worst part is probably even better. The steeper, the better. The thing is, it won't be steep where they are. They build into the steepness where it's nice and flat, like right here. I'm on an incredible slope. Look at this. And it's all flat. There's an entire environment that's invisible. So if you had a camera and you shot from 3 or 4 miles away to this mountain, it would all look like it's just one consistent uphill. All of this gets hidden by the forest. Very important to remember, because it's the same for you. That's the others, okay? Remember, if you've ever seen Ice Age, you know very well that squirrels do not make piles for other people to come and steal, okay? They're very, very adamant about their acorns and pine cones. What'd I say? Pine cores? Pine cones. This is the others. It's actually the unseen world. There's like, the others doesn't give enough credit. It makes it sound like, they're not important. When really they may be just as important as everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's life, you guys. Life is precious. This is all clean right here. Right there. Clean. Elk and deer don't clean, and they don't walk through this stuff. They don't come anywhere near here, actually. I've never seen an elk here in my life. In 8 years, I've never seen one elk in this forest, in this region. Moose, yes, but not up here. You'll never find a moose or scat up in this chaos. They're all down by the river and the fields. They just don't come through here. They love the forest, but open forests, they don't love that. From what I can tell. Now, if you've educated yourself on the internet about moose, you still know nothing. I live out here, guys. What you hear from me is from standing here, not from reading on the internet like everyone else. Okay, so there's people that are very articulate and better at relaying stuff, so they just read stuff, and then they can put it into their own words more, and now you think the guy's smart because he's just copying someone else. That's all scientists do. You guys realize that our government has an entire elite team of scientists that are like leaps and bounds ahead, and they just keep going and keep going. They're so far ahead of what we get to see. It's crazy. They just keep us in the Stone Ages. It's a crazy thing. How people don't know this I'll never understand it. I mean, I know there's people do, but not enough. Millions of people, actually. Look at that. Look at that. How is that possible? I believe I was here once, but none of this was here. I recognize that rock. Not the trident in between it, though. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to go up that hill, but I think I'm going to try driving the bike up to the next spot. And they didn't whistle at me or nothing. I didn't get anything. No jays, nothing. Usually the jays come right to me here. So, I take it personally, but it can also just be bad timing. That's one thing about, like, you have to, that's common sense, right? Like, they're not just sitting there waiting for you always. That's like me coming over to your house, like, you're not here? Damn it! Like, you might not be there. It's possible. Wow. Look at that one.
Again, a reminder, I have to leave some of the things in. I don't really need you to hear everything I say. It's just that sort of to lead up to where I find a Trident X on a seat.
So that's my thinking. It's like, yeah, they're always here. I mean, someone's here, but not the ones that are going to, like, I can't figure out the timing part of it. Look at this. That's a seat, you guys. Look at it. It's unbelievably blatant. I really told these guys to. I'm a little bit upset. I really am right now.
Something I'm seeing over and over, they actually put a third in to make a trident, to make sure it's an actual trident. It's almost better. It's almost more confirmation. Oh, and you know what? It's not put in there. Look.
What I mean. But it's also here, like I was asking, in a place where they love to build for me, but they might not show me themselves or make any noise. Those are the places I tend to avoid, except that the visuals are too good. So you want to get both, right? So go, because the visuals, I'm telling you get the best interactions where you don't see too many structures, just one or two or a giant old trident, and then you'll get all the interactions. If you go to where they are literally coming in and out of the ground, or wherever they come out of, that's where you'll get the least noises. You're certainly not going to see them on purpose, and you're going to get the least noises. Little noise, so I come over, it's so blatant. He cleaned it off so he could, they love to be like, so they can get right to the, there's probably a root right underneath that dirt. They clean it off, even when you're not here. I think they somehow connect like Bluetooth to the root. Like even though it's connected, like he walks right through here. And goes right to where I just was. In front, it's all blinded with trident. When we're seeing this type of thing now, I think a lot of people, not just me, have experienced finding things like this. We think dogmen, right? I'm saying it quickly. I don't think that's their name, but it's very, very possible because I have seen one with my own eyes. Here. Not here, but let me think. As the crow flies, I didn't pre-think this. As the crow flies, really not that far. A couple miles. Cool. All right, I want to drag this on because I think this is just visuals. I know it here. They tell me. You just know it's up. Mark, if you want that, come up further. It's so ridiculous. Another boulder. I hear that crow. He's so far away. It has nothing to do with me. All right, you know what? I think that's the rock, the boulder I was on. Look behind it. Everything, it's hard to see in the camera, but everything is basically that. It's all been made. It's all bending X's. Beautiful, beautiful forest. All right, let me try without filming. Try to cut through here. See where I am every square inch. I can't show you, but is this. It's the one thing people lose perspective of too when I'm filming. Like, they don't understand as I'm walking through here that it's every single square inch. And some people used to say, Mark, it's not everything is Bigfoot. Be like, you couldn't have made a dumber statement than you just did. Because, first of all, because you have no idea. Like, you don't know anything, so how can you make a statement? You don't know the first thing about what I do. How can you make a statement? How can you even speak? Look at this. Forgot what I was saying. I was going to turn the camera off because I want you guys to see this. This is unfolding on an incredible scale. You guys, tell me why. Oh, there it is. Oh, cool. I'm closer than I thought. That was easy. Yay, something was easy. This is good. You can't even see it anymore. Look, there's a giant thing built by what seems like humans. Like, I think we even did a video where we were questioning, like, look, if they were ever going to build something where, because they could certainly copy everything we do, and some. But I was like, if they were ever going to make it look like someone did this, this was it, you know, because it was never finished. I think they slept on it and got scared away, if it was human. Because, you know, it's all cut and stuff like that, but, and the tape is very strange. I remember kind of breaking this down, and none of this was here. Something was back there. Just watch the videos, you guys. I don't know. It's all on video on YouTube. I have this all on video. Remember, other people put links and stuff because they don't have 1,200 full documentaries, which is just me going out. The reason that it's not a documentary is because I just put myself up. I'm not giving you fancy music and tricking you with editing. I'm giving you the truth, and that's it. You want to be entertained. Do you want me to do a 5-minute intro for you? I'll be happy to do that. I'll make the best intro any Bigfoot guy has ever made in the history of the world. And you can sit there and add up those 5 minutes for the rest of your life. I don't want to steal any of your life, even if it's 5 seconds. That's a long time when you're about to die. You sit in the hospital and be like, Mark, if I had all those intro times back, I could live for another day. So I'm just here to show you the truth. I want to like, if I can entertain you somehow, great, but that's not what this channel is. It's education, in a sense, loosely. Look, see, this is so weird. What? It's got no explanation. This stuff's taped. The tape is still holding it. Like 6-7 years later, it's still holding that beam up. It's just taped. Oh, it's sitting on that side. It's so weird. You guys, they have decorated this where you can barely walk on it now. Look. That's just too good right there. That's the ultimate confirmation that they're involved. Forgive the spots. Can't get rid of it. Our Colorado sun is so powerful. Right there.
I don't know what the heck that is, but they're watching this spot. Wow. Michael Fleming, remember that picture you got in this forest a year or two ago? It was like so magical looking. This is about the same spot. I mentioned you. Well, I think it should be in this video at some point. I don't know what you can see after the upload, but why? Why does the ground have to make a mask? Let's just pretend it's a face. There's a face there. Why isn't it something else? Why does it have to be a face?
Trying to zoom, I can't see.
Can see it better here. It's just wood, I guess. It's just been rearranged, maybe. Look at the little white triangle in front of it. It's just strange to me. Not to mention they're right there.
So, I think there's something to be said about this no matter what the situation. It makes no sense.
Almost sure that's them. They're very concerned. I think this is a place where maybe a person would leave a trail cam. You know, they're just making sure. I know they know it's me, but they're just making sure. This is what I think, that I'm not going to do anything they don't want me to.
That a person built that. Look at the ground. Like, why would you make that your floor? You could, if you had that in your, whether this was for hunting or this is not for hunting. That's one thing I know. That's the weirdest thing is you can't hunt here. There's no hunting. That's one of the reasons I'm in this region right now. You can't hunt here. So you know it's not for hunting. It couldn't be with that, because you know how it couldn't be more than like 10 years? Because of this duct tape. It's getting close. I don't think it's even 10 years. I think it's like, yeah, maybe 9-10 years. I don't mean to dwell, I just... Here.
If it matters, I don't think that's true. I think it's like 5 years, because when I found this place, just watching the video or remembering that I think there was sawdust there.
Here's the thing. Like, I can see the cuts, I see it looks like a person, but the fact that they go so crazy, especially since the last time I was here.
Almost sure this is one of their invisible clouds. Michael, you'll get this one. Gail. This is how they do it. You know, it's like light bending is the closest way I can explain it, because I don't understand it. I just know it's happening. There's probably, I mean, there are so many there. It's like, it's hard to understand, because it's not just, you know, when I leave, they don't just start bouncing. I don't know. It's very hard.
So, I mean, this is special. Doesn't even look like, you know, they don't clean it or anything. So it's not something they're interested in. I don't even think they've touched the thing. But they're all around it. There's even a trident next to it.
I'm almost sure, after being around the spot for so long now, that someone, for whatever reason, started doing this, and it was definitely in the wrong. They were not happy. They just said, I explain it later, I think.
So someone built this thing for God knows what reason, and then abandoned it. Like they slept on it or something. I don't know how you would sleep on that.
Okay, this guy definitely built this in the wrong spot, but what was he thinking? Like, what was it for? It doesn't make any sense, this thing, to me.
It's not possible. It's like, it's the most uneven thing. And then you go this way. Let's just walk this way just a little bit. Just so just for confirmation of what should be over here. I've been this way once, but I completely forget what's there. I just want to look like over here. On the camera. Ow. Did you hear that? That was my knee breaking off a branch. It stabbed me. Look at that. So that was done right in the middle of them, and they weren't thrilled. So they got rid of the guy. Because I'm telling you, they can just make you.
See that dirt road below? If they were, that's why when I'm saying, that they're not worried about us. If they were so worried about us, that they wouldn't put that right there where you could see it. I mean, even if someone like me would see it, only, if it wouldn't be there. They're not worried about us. No one's looking.
You leave. They can just tell you, look at that blind. That's a blind and 3/4 right there. Look at that. Yeah, they can just be like, this is what will happen, okay? This is not an opinion. It's happened to me 1,000 times. The guy will be building it. He could have slept there, I don't think so. But most likely, just all of a sudden, his mind changed. He was like, you know what, this is stupid. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'd rather go do that. And he left and completely thinks that that's what he decided. That's how simple it is. Yet complicated. It's not the movies. You're not going to know, okay? You will if you practice and take video. The video is how you know. It's how you know beyond any reasonable doubt. Look at this. I'm glad I did this. Watch this. Look at this boulder, you guys. Yes. See, I just like to see that. I'm so happy. Can you guys just let me film their work? It's what I'm supposed to do. My venting only comes when I'm on these places. I don't walk around thinking like too much, but it's just whenever I'm here, it comes out. I know it's the message they want to send to people. There's an arrogance among us that is just unbearable. It's unbearable to most of us and unbearable to everyone in the unseen world. I don't think we're completely blamed for it, but at the same time, we're doing it. It doesn't really matter. Like, you could become a mass murderer. It's probably your parents' fault, but you could have been a Christian, minister if you had been born somewhere else. It's just all in your influence. Watch this, you guys. My battery died, that's why. So I just did a battery change. Check this out. I got to show you this spot. Look at their trail. I'm telling you, these are the little guys. This is not big beings. Okay, I've filmed them here. They come out of they'll come out of big old stumps, like out of the top. They'll be like right there hiding. It's crazy. I have never seen you right behind me 200 yards, but up here
just random. But sometimes I can't help to wonder things like, do they get hypnotized as well, like on their side, or they tell them like at least some of them like the masses. These little people that whatever you do, don't trust humans, blah blah, whatever whatever they say, and they might be not really brainwashing them, but in a sense overdo it, none of us, because I guess we all do lead back to each other. We all are one, whether we like it or not. You just look at it, it's crazy. I think that's why there's hate too, because you really don't hate. You hate because you have you're passionate. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I've never seen anything big. I think that there is, especially up there where I just was at that rock earlier. I don't know how I'm putting it in. Just ignore, if I say something that makes no sense, don't worry about it. It's just, my speaking is just out of nerves, not for you to listen to. You can speak better than me. Why would I speak to you? Look at this. I speak to you, but it's just out of nerves. And then sometimes I feel like passing on a message. It's a woodpecker. I can see him. Trident. Where's there a trident? There's a trident up there somewhere. There it is. Never will I show you this without it. Ever, ever, ever. Not only that, but
think about what's around it, and then just look at that X.
probably 20 or 30. That's why it was so easy for me to say, I'll never show you a seat without their trident. Because there's like 20 of them. But sometimes it's just too good. Like they use it, I tell them, like, you guys, this trident's too good. You can't use this trident, it's too good. Look at this. There's a woodpecker above me. Do I think he has anything to do with them? Absolutely not. No. Not even in the slightest way. If he landed like there and then was curious to me, then absolutely. But never have I had an experience with any kind of woodpecker. Only jays. Mountain jays. There's a certain bird they use. It's probably their bird. We just think it's ours. Okay. Do you ever think about that? We think everything is ours, but they might just let some of that stuff, live over here. You guys, look at that. Oh, all right, I'm going to keep going. Let me go back. I want to go that way because it's too good. I was actually going to leave, but I'm just having so much fun. I want to do a video just like this. You know why? Because nothing's happened. A couple little things off the camera, but nothing like definitive, right? I'm just curious. I'm really curious to see if the timestamp people will get anything like Michael. I haven't mentioned Michael enough. Michael F. Great timestamp guy of mine. He's mine. You can't have him. Right here. I own him. No, I'm just kidding. Michael is a good friend and he does a great job. But the reason I'm mentioning you, Mike, is because you, remember that magical, they were like, you can almost recognize the shot right here because it's the same forest. Except I was over that way more and up a little bit. And they were like in this magic, remember? It was incredible. But that day I got all kinds of indications that was happening. And today I'm not getting anything. It's really frustrating. But I want to put up the everyday things for you too, because people tell me like, Mark, I could never get what you get. Like the things that happen to you. I'm like, yeah, but you got to remember, there's plenty of days. Plenty. Where nothing happens at all. Nothing. Like, I'm the first to tell you I'll never make up a video for you. Meanwhile, the other guy that's in common sense, right, he's going to have some kind of bullshit or something to tell you because he has nothing. He has to lie to you. It's not even necessarily, like, I don't consider it as bad as just lying. Like, he's just, really what it is they're just desperate, for attention or whatever it is. I'm not sure how people get themselves caught up in these lies. Let me get through here. Wow, you guys, this is so fascinating up here. I filmed them in the forest over there. Remember, I came up at the beginning of the year and I was like walking through, there's a brand new exit and he was like up there ducked under. I saw him with my own eyes. Like I called it on the camera. I've done that many times. There he is, like I'm showing him to you, but people, you'd figure you'd be on Oprah. Nope, they're the ones protecting it from you. They think you're too dumb. And they also lose power. If you knew the secrets, like I'm not talking about whether Bigfoot's real. You guys don't get it. It's 1,000 times fold that. What's really happening, how far behind, the lack of everything that you know. You guys, I know a lot, okay? I don't think it. I have very close personal connections in very high places. Okay? I know things that only certain people know. For a fact. I'm not even supposed to say that. I already got yelled at once. Yeah, I literally got a phone call. If I told you where the phone call came from, you wouldn't believe me. Let's go this way. It's from a friend of mine. But it's area. It's called an area. Right here. He's like, Mark, you can't be. I'm like, I know. But you know what? I also, this is my world. Too. Okay? No one gets to claim it and tell us to shut up. You want to tell me to shut up? Come out here and stand in front of me, and we'll see who shuts up. I can promise you it won't be me. Only I tell me to shut up, and I do it a lot. You'd be surprised. Like 100 times that I'm listening to myself, anytime I'm listening to a video, my eyeballs are rolling, and I'm telling myself to shut up. Okay? So I get it. Look at this spot. Oh my God. You guys, this is just happening right now. This is 100% brand new and 100% the others. You know how I know? Because look at, that's an old hound. You know what that is? It's a hound dog. That's just the way they sound. Have you guys seen Maynard? He's awesome. Did the same thing to me this morning. He runs up to me doing that. He's so happy to see me. Oh, this is one of the best pine cones ever. Ever. Watch this, you guys. I got a video right here. It's too good. I know there'll be timestamps. You know how I know now? I didn't before, but now I know, because it's all through me. They're all through me. It's because of these guys. Look, you guys, this is the best pine cones ever. So here's their spot. This one actually looks dug out. Just for pine cones, okay? It's not a hole to go in. It's dug by beings that you didn't know existed until I told you they did, okay? No one in the world knew about these beings until I filmed this, okay? There they are. You can argue it all day long. There's no video, there's no evidence, just your mouth running, okay? Mine is all on video. You'll never see anybody do a real documentation of their homes besides me. Until me. Okay? Is that bragging? I don't give up. Stop overanalyzing the world and learn something instead of running your mouth. It just gets so old. It's so old, man. Not to me. Like I said, no one says anything to me. They don't have the balls. Right here. Look at this. The only thing a troll will do is they'll try to talk one of my biggest fans out of watching my channel. They want you to go to their channel. He does Bigfoot. Isn't that funny? He copies everything I have taught, but now wants you to watch him, not me. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Why would you do that? Look at this. Look at that. Look at his seat, you guys. They're little. I know they are. Look. So it's not just one big seat. It's like they're just hanging, like a bunch of them running around playing is what it is, right? See how there's no big footprints? And then watch. It's active. Look. Going right there. You can see the trail. Make no mistake about it. It goes right through there. This is super impressive. You guys, look at the pine cones on there. Sorry, I didn't mean to vent. Look at all their holes are filling for the winter. See, when the snow goes, boom. This is there because it'll keep the snow above that. All of this keeps the snow. This will all be one giant underground playground that are sometimes 4 or 5 feet tall, and probably in some cases tall enough for anybody. See right here? Can you imagine what they can dig out of that once the snow's there? This is a substructure it's a subframe for an igloo, basically, an office building igloo. I've always known that. In fact, I'm right where I figured that out. Not standing here, but right here along this hill. I found, I came up here. I walked up before the road was open. I cut through the entire forest. It's all on video, and I found one of their openings. It looks like a Flintstones cave. Sorry, I mean, stop it. I see something. It's like moving. That blackness? Hold on, let me switch my settings. Try A+. Looks blurry to me for some reason. It's so busy in here. There's so much going on. There's something happening right there. See that blackness? I'm not saying the black is anything, but right there, something was moving as I was talking. And I ignored it at first, and I saw it again, and then again. And then I don't know. It was weird. So look at this, you guys. I'm telling you, they want me to explain that the world is not thinking properly. Let's leave it at that. Look at this new world, you guys. I got to show you something. This is a secret. Watch this. Stick with this. I won't waste your time, I promise. Remember, I'm very worried about that. You guys might think this, but it's always leading to something. And if you see the whole thing, you can understand better. Okay, so they blinded it, right? Watch this. I know exactly where I am, okay? And I've never been there because it's never existed before. That spot was theirs, but they didn't do anything. Look at that. So there's this transitional period Then you have the other world. In between there's a transition, and the other side is that boulder area. I mean, where that person built that deck. Blatant. All little tiny beings. That's why we never get to see them, you guys. They make mistakes. There is incredible videos. The best video I ever saw was a couple on vacation in some way far away country. And they were on a trail, and this guy came out. He had a spear and everything. It was literally a little person. It was crazy. They move differently. This was not like these guys. I don't think they're here. They might be. That would be so amazing. I don't think so. That this was like human type. Like they weren't human, but they were very much like us. Like that's why I think he lived in a warm climate. That's why I think these guys aren't anything to do with. There's no humans out here. It's just the conditions aren't appropriate. Now, where they come from might be. I'm not sure. You mother. See, you could die just from some idiot putting a metal. That was probably the dumbest thing they've ever done, was make metal shoelaces. If there was anything sticking up right there, I'd be dead. I fell right straight down in my face. Do I care? Nope. I'm never trying not to die. Don't care. I'm ready. Let's go over here. Look at that. Something dug all that out. Trust me, when you're seeing this, anything that you see is nothing else. So stop making up excuses. If you're reading their system and you see a bored out stump, they did it. Nothing else. No other animals exist here except a badger apparently, or a mongoose and squirrels. Unless you can remind me of something I'm not thinking of. Nothing that lives in the ground at 10, 11,000 feet. I think that's what I'm at now, about 10,000. Without looking, I have no idea, maybe 9,500. So this is what's fascinating, okay? They brought it across. I've got to show this to you. Darn it, this turned into an hour video that I don't even want to show because I just like showing, because this is educational. I'd rather that the 10 people learn something from this than 1 million people viewed my video of interaction with their eyeballs rolling. I'd rather the people that do this, learn. Like, just take tricks. Even if you think you're better than me, great. But I'm still going to give you stuff that you don't know about. Why? Because I'm the best there is. It's as simple as that. I'm teasing. I'm gaming talking. That's what you do in gaming. Guys like, how'd you kill me? I'm like, I'm just completely, I am really kidding, but I can't help to act. My name is Upper Hand in the gaming. And I can't help but to play the role a little bit because I am so good. I always have been. I think it's ADD. Like a first-person shooter, I win every single time. And so watch this as I walk in. This is directly across. So they've brought this up there, and it was never there before. In here are lumber yards, everything. And I filmed him over there to this. Well, I think I did. You guys all think I did. I saw him while I was filming him, you know. So they came in, that big company from out of state came in, and the road's up there, so they came in, see how they chopped the trees? They cut them, I guess they break down faster. Here's one of their spots, right there. There's a squirrel. Hey, good boy. He didn't mind me at all. He just stopped and he's eating. That's what squirrels do, okay? He'll never, ever, in the rest of his life, ever stop where he is now to eat another pine cone. The odds would be astronomical. He's going to eat his next pine cone where he gets it. He might grab it because they always think someone's out to get him. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Come on, chicken, there's a monster here. Like, what are animals thinking? He's so cute. Look at him. Look where he went, you guys. And he's like, it's almost like watching a movie. Why is my camera so blurry? Look, he's like, why is my camera blurry? It's not the lens, it's the Let's try this. Cannot do during recording, okay? How about IA? Could be the lighting, actually. So look, do you think that squirrel prepped these holes to catch pine cones? Nope. You think that squirrel put that nest in there? Nope. You think he laid all of those sticks like that? Nope. They do this right here, right now. And all those little guys are already out up there. I leave. This is how I see it. You want to know how I see it? If you're a human out here, okay, you have an invisible circle around you, like a diameter. So it's moving with you. So you have this circle. You're the center of the circle. And as you walk, I don't know how big this circle is. It could be a mile. It could be an eighth of a mile. I'm not sure. But as you walk with this giant circle around you, it literally like erases what's, like it'll tell anything there that you're there. And I think that there's accidents because I think just like us, we can make mistakes or we're distracted. This is what I wanted to show you, and this is right where I wanted to end up. I haven't been able to find this. And if you walk straight up the hill, you'll find, remember I already showed you another, I've already showed you. Look at how clean it is. Holy shit. I'll show you another lumberyard. I call it lumberyard, but they never claimed this. So they've done all of this, right, since. Look at this. I didn't mean to come in here, but it is visually pleasing, in a sense. It's just gorgeous. It's all their world. Now watch, look carefully. Did you hear that? Like that tree moved, but something fell and hit the ground right there. And you could probably hear it on the camera. I could, like I've told you already, I think I've put it in. I haven't gotten anything except feelings, but like, I like a noise. You know, it's really, I feel owed. Every day I feel owed a noise, like a whistle or a wood knock or a quick sighting. That's all I want. I don't ask for much because it gives me my drive. Like, I don't need it necessarily, but it really helps me. And like, it gets me enthusiastic about what I'm doing when I get to, when I know they're constantly with me, when I feel just left by myself out here, like they're like, okay, whatever, we're not doing anything today. I know I don't understand it, but that's, you still have those feelings. Like, how long could it take just to do something really quick? I don't know. I've also been in a place where they told me that, Mark, if you want that, you have to come back tonight. I was like, what? Because he's like, I'm a watcher or something. That's the one time I got mine spoken to with Dan and Callie. When I found that place at the top, he's like, so you guys, I finally found, these guys have to go. I was like, because they knew my passion was, oh my God, was it there that day? Nothing could have removed it. It's the one thing that I find they respond to is an absolute genuine feelings, like whatever it is, whether it's genuine sadness or happiness, whatever it is, they really do seem to respond to genuine, not fake. So you can't just come out here as a girl, like an actor, and start crying on the rock, thinking they're going to give you attention. They know you're full of it. It has to be genuine. I have tested this so many times, and it's very difficult to be here genuinely sad. Like, but man, have I had a couple days, and did that pay off? Holy moly. Trees coming down all around me. Because they know that's what I want. There's nothing more that gets, other people will probably run for the hills. For me, every tree here could start falling down, and I know they're doing it for me. Trust me, it's all for me. Because it's the closest they can get. He could stand right here and give you a hug if he wants. But someone decided that wasn't going to happen. Wow, what did they do down there with those boulders? You guys got to see. Like, look at this. Wherever they are, it's too beautiful. That's how you know they're good. You never even have to, even if nothing ever happened with them, you know what they do is too beautiful. They only care about beautiful views. They want to be in the most beautiful places. I don't think evil is as concerned with that. You lose that. Not if you're human and evil, but real evil doesn't need luxury. Is that a stupid statement? Probably. I didn't like it either. And then watch as you walk. So let's end this. Look at how disturbed that is. Then you come over to, they have a new spot over in there, right? Like all eating, it's all brand new. I filmed at the beginning of the year. And then there's the spot I started at right there. That's the Little People place. Now that guy, you guys, I just want to tell you, so far, and I don't believe it, but it's looking very much like there can be a density change out here. And I'm hoping not, because I don't want it to be. I really don't want it to be. I don't need it because it makes things much more difficult. I don't. Something keeps knocking down there. Look at that. So I ended up really not what I expected. See, this is one. I'm walking into a square. They're right in there. I think they go into that mountain. Pretty sure. Give me a second. You guys look at this. So I come right back out here. I'd give anything to see these guys. I just want to hang out with them and do this. I would literally start, my eyes would just, I would just start crying. Like I would, that's all I've ever just want to do, is just do that. I don't have to film it. It's not about that. I would do it because I would have to go for the camera because I wouldn't be in that position without you guys. So no matter what, I owe you before them, and I would, even if that was illegal, I would try to get that because. But if he was like, I'd be like, of course you don't do it. And if you did, you can be rest assured. Well, believe me, guys, I've been in situations like this. It'll never ever happen to you again for the rest of your life. There's no making it up. It takes you years to prove yourself. Unless you're a median, you can do it really fast. But I'm not willing to blow that all the time I put in. I'm not gonna, for no reason at all, am I ever gonna be on these guys' bad side. I feel like I could walk all over the earth and be protected right now. I don't ever want to feel the other way, even if it's just making it up. I feel so in tune with these guys. I feel like when they take over the earth, you're all dead, and I'm going to be fine. I'm just kidding. But that's Mark. Oh, that's Kelly. Oh, there's Terry. There's Bruce Willis. There's Gene Matlock. There's Michael. There's everyone else. Beverly. Neil. Joanne. Regina. Lisa. Top of the world, Ma. That's where they all live, Ma. How'd you like your house just to be built right there? Starlink, no problem. Would you live there if they gave you a $10 million house, a pool, everything, right? Fast internet, but no power. So the only way to have internet would be to get gas, and you have to get it yourself. And you can't, you have the same money. You're not buying helicopters, nothing. So you'd have to get all of the gas on your own somehow and get it up there. That'd be hard. There's no roads. Would you take that assignment? I'm all in. You know, there's a place I want to do it. I wish there was some money in this, you guys. Not a lot, just a littlest bit. I don't want to make it. I just want to be able to do it. There's a place up there. I'll tell you the name of it another time. It's a town. It's closed all winter long, and some people, one or two people, some winters will go up there and spend the whole winter. And once you're there, that's it. You can't. If you have a snowmobile, you can get out, but you can't walk in or out. Even with a snowmobile, you can be completely stuck there all winter. And I want to go. I met a gal that has a house there. It's this old lady. I don't think she'd let me stay there though. Like she would if she knew my channel. Like she's probably not into this. They maintenance the car wash. Her and her husband is like one of their accounts. Like they empty all the stuff and probably a good business. I want to ask her if she'll let me stay there all winter, and I would film you the most amazing activity ever filmed in the history. What if I didn't though? I'm like 2 months and I'm like, you guys, there's no activity. Can someone come get me? Over and out.